Somewhere along the line, you want to get out of the city, but you may want to stay in your car. Anyway, Apopka Wildlife Drive is the place. It's fairly local. It's very similar to Shark Valley in Everglades National Park in that you drive in a loop, and the actual wildlife that you see is so plentiful. There are bobcats, there are otters, there is a tremendous amount of bird life in this area. The trail takes you through the north end of the lake in what is formerly agricultural areas, where a lot of the residues from the chemicals that were used at that time and a lot of the residues of the fertilizers basically destroyed the lake. Well, now it's being restored. And to restore those areas, you take water in former crop areas and basically filter it through natural vegetation. It's a pretty neat process. It's very common. And the wildlife has begun to return. Not only are there large blue herons, but the gallinals, the egrets, the herons are extraordinarily plentiful. In fact, I've seen rails along this route, along with plenty of songbirds. I highly recommend this loop. As I said, it's very similar to Shark Valley in Everglades National Park. Everything is close. If you like alligators, well, there are lots of alligators that unfortunately or fortunately you can get close to. Anyway, here's a few more things to take a look at. Some stilts, an anhinga, the water turkey, fishes underwater. Kind of a neat bird, also called the snake bird. There are wide expanses of lake and marsh, a tremendous amount of gallinals. Not that they're spectacular, but they're kind of neat as they feed their young there. Did I mention alligators? Did I mention turtles?
Okay. Yeah. There. Hello, little turtle. Okay.
So rather than drive through the area on the loop, this time we decided to take bikes and hit some trails that weren't so accessible by vehicle. And they always are great. By the way, did I mention alligators? There are some very large alligators here. 10 to 12 feet is rather common. And so we bike. So once we put the bikes away, we took the van and actually finished the actual vehicular route and saw a lot of things. Here's a purple gallinal just searching for some food, but really providing a neat show. And then, of course, there are cormorants trying to devour lots of fish. And this is just one example, and it's a poor video quality because generally all I have is an iPhone. However, it gives you an idea. He was struggling with this fish. It probably was an armored catfish or something that they weren't really evolved to eat, because armored catfish, which you'll see a little later, are not native to this area. Finally, and by the way, this area being the Central Florida area, here's a great blue. This great blue has an armored catfish. They are huge catfish that are invasive species in Florida, but they've been here since the 1950s, introduced from people's fish tanks and those type of things. They release them in the wild. Not good. He decided to fly away and eventually devour his meal somewhere else. That's the armored catfish, not at the end of a bill. He's taking a look at me, and I'm in the vehicle. I don't really ever get out. And I think he just needed a little more privacy to figure out how he was going to eat this thing. And so he took his time flying across the little ditch, the agricultural ditch, former agricultural ditch, and settled on the other side. Pretty neat, and again, it was right there. Well, what you're seeing is some of the old agricultural areas, and here's the gate. We are about done. Please subscribe to this channel. I hope you like the video, and if you have any questions, feel free to just send me a message. Thanks very much for watching.